Why did I do this to myself? Fucking hell. Motherfucker, I can't do this anymore. Have you ever felt your soul die minute by minute? The only way I'm getting through this is with this. I thought I'd get further than 12:10 in the afternoon, but goddamn it, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I need Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jen Morgan, and I just finished a round of self-flagellation called The Eve of the Daleks, the supposedly called Doctor Who New Year's special, because, Christmas is racist. Of course it is. So, why did I watch that? That is the question that is filling my mind at the moment. Why the fuck did I torture myself with this utter unmitigated shit? Holy fuck, do I hate myself that much? Oh my god. I must hate myself that much. That is the only explanation that makes any sense, because I miss the days in high school when I just wanted to end myself so vividly. I found myself going back to that mentality because that mentality is so much better than making myself go through this utter shit. Why did I can't. I'm going to go into a very basic review here, but just overall know that it was horrific in every sense of the word. Boring, plotting, didn't make any logical sense. Like the time-loop mechanics of it were just nonsense, just gobbledygook tech stuff that doesn't even sort of make sense. And they made a lot of random changes. It's supposedly supposed to be a sequel to Resolution from last year. The only thing it has in common with Resolution is Daleks. But that's about it. So I don't get how it's a Dalek trilogy of specials. Just make it end. Please, for the love of God, make it end. Please. And spoilers ahead. But I've got some small comments here. Alright, I know I'm negative most of the time, and that's mainly because I think most entertainment is negative these days, but I will endeavor to do some good that this episode did. The first thing it did right was going back to the, not classic, but a better Dalek design from that weird looking one from Resolutions, the female Dalek one. My big thing is, I didn't think of the Daleks even before that episode as male, and so their big move to make it female I felt was nonsense, because I always thought Daleks as kind of just non-gendered. Not that I actively thought about it, it's just like most robots are, my computer's not a man or a woman, and I know they're not robots, they're genetically engineered creatures, but since they don't need to reproduce in the sense that most species do, they don't have a need for that. So I just thought of them as its. Daleks are its. They weren't he's, but that episode just made a big deal out of it. But that Dalek design is gone. So tiny, minuscule, microscopic improvement. Well, the other good thing is they finally almost stopped queer baiting us with the Thasmian and shit. And Yaz admitted her feelings for the Doctor, not to the Doctor, but I mean, it's still something. Stop queer baiting. Stop being homophobic, BBC. If you're gonna fucking do it, just do it. Okay? It's not like any of us are invested in the show anyway, so anyone who would care about that isn't watching or isn't invested, so go right ahead. Stop being what you are. Now, there was one scene that I didn't despise, and so I'll put that in the good category. The scene where Dan tells Yaz to confess her feelings to the Doctor. That was almost an okay scene with some okay acting, and anything almost okay is good when it comes to the Jodie Whittaker Chris Chibnall run. So I'm put it in the good category, even though it was soon destroyed. But let's get into the rather massive negatives to this episode. And there's a shit ton. I'm just going to go through them rapid fire. Nick. What the fuck was up with Nick? It was he was a literal retard. And it was so emasculating just to watch this character. Holy fuck. And it was pretty racist, their depiction of him. Like, holy shit, is this what the BBC thinks black people should act like? Because it seems like they do. God, the BBC acts like they're the most progressive, loving, diverse company on the planet. But when it comes down to it, they're more racist than the Triple K, because I can't say that. There was some humor in this episode, and it was just so bad. Like, see you next year. Oh, you've been practicing that one? That was like the funniest it got. Oh god, the humor was just utterly asinine. And this storage facility didn't make any goddamn sense. They had one customer, this Nick guy, who would show up once a year, apparently, on New Year's. A company cannot stand for 5 years off of one guy. Do they not get basic economics or capitalism? It's just like, yep, I've run this business for 5 years and you're my only customer. That's not, if it was like, oh, I just inherited this from my uncle, like you said, a month ago, and you're my only customer. All right, you're still in the red, you're still going towards the black. It's bad. You're in a bad situation from a business perspective. But she had owned that place for 5 years, and it was her only source of income, apparently. And Nick was her only customer who came in once a year. That doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense. How the fuck were they able to afford to travel at the end of the episode? What the fuck? Do they? Oh, I can't. All right, we're moving on. But there was a moment there when they left the TARDIS for the first time and it started cracking and stuff. I thought they were finally going to do what they talked about and get rid of the police box design because police are racist now. So I thought that's what they were going to use as an excuse to do. It's like, oh, it's breaking. It's going to explode from the inside. Have to reset the chameleon circuit to fix it. But they didn't. So there was a moment of that being bad. Oh god, I gotta go through this faster. All the TARDIS safeguards that we've known about in the past, about like you can't travel while you're both inside and outside the TARDIS at the same time. There were just a lot of safeguards that have been established when it comes to flying the TARDIS. Like you can't delete a room while anyone's in it, otherwise they'll just be transported to the main console room. Like there are safeguards, but this one's just like, oh yeah, I need to reset the console, but we've got 7 seconds or we're dead. Doesn't make any sense. And if you've only got 7 seconds, have everyone stand next to the door so that when it starts, they just have to step through. But they're like on the other end of the room. It's like run, run, run. It's like you were prepared for this. You knew you had 7 seconds, so fuck off. Sarah, she's just a dick. In general, she's just a bad person. I don't get why we're supposed to relate or like her whatsoever. And she hates that people care about her on New Year's. She's like, yeah, stop telling me how good of a time you're having. Stop being nice to me. Mom, don't call me. She's just a dick. And she was a dick to Nick. She was a dick to Jodie Whittaker because she's not called the doctor. She was just a dick to everyone. We were supposed to care about her getting shot. No. Shoot her again, motherfucker. And that whole, they established some sort of like a subplot with her silencer not working. They didn't go anywhere with that whatsoever. If you're going to establish something and spend that much time on it, do something about it. I do this to myself. But anyway, that's all I have for today, so please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.